There was a time when the names David Phelps and Bill Gaither were synonymous with gospel music greatness, two giants whose voices combined in a way that resonated deeply with millions. Yet, behind the curtain of standing ovations and sold-out arenas, a quiet tension began to build. Then, one day, David walked away. Was it a matter of ambition? The quest for creative freedom? Or was there something deeper, something personal, that led him to part ways with the man who had helped him rise to stardom? Today, we're pulling back the curtain to reveal what truly happened between David Phelps and Bill Gaither, the soaring highs, the devastating heartbreak, and the hidden motivations behind David's shocking departure from the Gaither vocal band. In the late 1990s, the Gaither vocal band was already a powerhouse in gospel music. But when David Phelps joined the group in 1997, everything shifted. His operatic range and soulful delivery didn't merely blend with the group, he soared. His voice brought new life to gospel classics, helping the band cross over to broader audiences and captivating listeners in a way no one had quite expected. Bill Gaither, the patriarch of Southern gospel, was a man with an incredible eye for talent. But in David, he saw more than just a gifted singer. He saw the makings of a legacy. Together, they headlined massive tours, recorded multiple Dove Award-winning albums, and formed a bond that fans believed was unbreakable. But beneath the surface, something was changing in David's heart. As the years wore on, David began to feel the weight of his own creative ambition. His musical instincts were pushing him beyond the traditional bounds of gospel. He wasn't just a singer, he was a composer, a producer, an artist eager to tell stories in his own way. The Gaither vocal band provided him with a platform of recognition and success, but it also came with its limitations. The Gaither brand, while beloved, had a distinctive sound, a polished style that didn't always leave room for the kind of experimentation David craved. David wanted more. He wanted space to grow, to explore new directions, to carve out his own path. But as he pushed against the boundaries, the friction between his artistic desires and the constraints of the Gaither machine began to take its toll. According to those close to the group, David often found himself at odds with decisions about the band's musical direction. He respected Bill Gaither deeply, more than anyone. But the pressure to fit into a mold that no longer felt like his own began to weigh heavily on him. And then, in 2005, the unthinkable happened. David Phelps announced he was leaving the Gaither vocal band. Fans were left stunned, speechless. The news sent shockwaves through the gospel music community. But what was the true story behind David's sudden departure? Was it just about music? Or was there something more? There was no scandal, no public fallout. Just a simple, quiet statement. David was stepping away from the Gaither vocal band to focus on solo projects and spend more time with his growing family. But for those who followed the group closely, it was clear that something deeper was at play. The magic on stage had shifted. The chemistry that once defined the band's dynamics seemed to have faded. While the public explanation was neat and tidy, the truth was far more complicated. Behind closed doors, insiders reveal that the goodbye wasn't easy. It wasn't just another band member leaving the fold. It felt more like a son walking away from his father. And yet, David assured fans that the door wasn't closing for good. In 2009, he returned, and the stage lit up once more. David's return to the Gaither vocal band felt like a long-awaited homecoming. The old spark was reignited. Albums like Greatly Blessed and Pure and Simple soared, reminding fans of the extraordinary bond between David and Bill. Their voices intertwined in a way that seemed effortless, their talent once again creating something magical. But by 2017, the inevitable happened. David made the difficult announcement that he was leaving for good. This time, the decision felt final. In interviews, David shared that he wanted to pursue a solo career, free from constraints. He yearned to create music that spanned across genres, gospel, classical, pop, even theatrical, a fusion that reflected his evolving artistry. He wasn't running away from something, he was running toward something. But not everyone was convinced. Online forums exploded with speculation. Fans whispered about creative differences, unspoken power struggles, and a growing divide between David and Bill. Some believed David felt overshadowed, his own voice drowned out by the legacy Bill had built. Others wondered if Bill, now in his 80s, was struggling to let go of control, unable to fully accept that the band was no longer the same. And then, there was the emotional toll. Could either man truly recover from saying goodbye, not once, but twice? To this day, neither David nor Bill has spoken publicly about any fallout. In fact, both continue to speak highly of each other. But the silence between them speaks volumes. Their collaborations became fewer, their appearances together, rare. For fans who once saw them as spiritual brothers, the silence said more than words ever could. Since then, David has carved out a thriving solo career, releasing albums that challenge musical boundaries and showcase his unparalleled vocal talent. He's not just a singer, he's a true artist, one who continues to surprise and captivate. Bill Gaither, on the other hand, remains a pillar of the gospel music world, still championing the genre and mentoring new talent. His legacy is unshaken, and his commitment to the foundation he built is unwavering. But in the shadows of their success, something has shifted. The bond they once shared, that connection that made them legends in the gospel world, has been forever altered. Their journeys have taken different paths, but their legacies are forever intertwined. Together, they helped define a golden era of gospel music, an era that continues to resonate in the hearts of millions. So, what led to David Phelps' departure? Was it a quiet rebellion, a personal calling, or the natural evolution of an artist who had outgrown a single stage? No matter the reason, one thing is undeniable. When David Phelps and Bill Gaither shared the stage, something truly divine unfolded.